Hi guys, it's Jazz1122 here, and this reading is for the Capricorns out there for October 28th through November 3rd. I just want to say thank you guys for your likes, your comments, and to all my new subscribers, welcome to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here. If you would like a one question email reading from me, I will have all the details in the description box below. And please keep in mind that these are general readings and not everything may resonate. Okay, so let's see what's going on with Capricorn for October 28th through November 3rd. We have the Three of Pentacles. So I feel like the Three of Pentacles is here for you, Capricorn. You're looking at the people, places, and things that you associate yourself with. And also, it is Mercury retrograde, and it's in Scorpio. So I feel like you could be going through some transitions of letting go of some people in your life. And if you have definitely been working on yourself, bettering yourself, and you may be realizing that the people around you is not really on the same page. And that's why it's very important to have like-minded people, because then if they're not on the same frequency, it's going to cause a lot of friction. And I feel like you're just in a place, I know where I'm at, and I know that I'm working to my best ability to better myself, and the people that I choose to be around have to be on the same thing. Like, it's nothing personal, it's vibrational. I personally love that saying. I thought about it the other day in my other readings, because that's really true. When something is truly in your vibration, it's not really a lot of friction. Like, let's say if you're spiritual and someone's like super, super religious. Let's say you, as being spiritual, you don't try to conform this religious person. You allow them to be religious. Like, you know what, that's your belief, that's what it is. But let's say this religious person is constantly down your throat, like, hey, if you don't believe in this, then you're going here, and this is what's going to happen to you, and this, and that's where it becomes a lot of defensive energy. And maybe you're around people that it seems like you're constantly having to defend yourself, but you know you're right where you need to be. So I feel like this week you're really looking at that, like, yeah, I may care about some of these people, but at the end of the day, they don't get what I do, and I'm tired of explaining myself. I'm ready to meet people who are already on that same frequency. And we have the Two of Cups, like somebody that's on your same frequency, where it's like an equal give and take. So while you are clearing out your circle, you are actually making more room for people that you could actually come together with, where it's equal, where they both give and then they both receive, because both people are giving, so both people are receiving. And I feel like you're just in that space where you may have people that you have things physically in common, like you may have some interest, but maybe emotional, getting tongue tied, emotional wise, it's no connection. And I feel like that's what you're realizing. Maybe you have been around the same people, and maybe that's why it is a connection, because of the time invested, but it's not that true Two of Cups, where two people come together, where it's an equal give and take. And with the Ace of Pentacles, not only that, Capricorn, by you doing all this work and focusing on yourself and clearing out what no longer serves you, you're making room for this manifestation. And this manifestation could be the people that's going to start coming into your life as well. And not only that, you have a big financial thing here too. So whatever you've been working on, Capricorn, is manifested. And I feel like you have a feeling about that. And that's why you're taking it way more seriously, like, because you don't want people who truly hasn't put in that work to enjoy that harvest just by default, just because of how long you knew them. You're really looking at your circle like, who is really deserving of this, because I put a lot of work in. And just because you know me for a long time doesn't mean that you deserve this harvest, because it's still, at the end of the day, my blood, sweat, and tears I put into this. So I'm going to go into the clarifiers to really see what's going on. why it's the Three of Pentacles here. We have the Two of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords reverse, and the Sun. So this just goes by what I was saying. With the Two of Pentacles here, things are changing. You're getting rid of what no longer serves you. And this, like, is nothing personal. It's for my growth. Like, you know, at a point we had things in common. At a point we had a common goal to work on. But that's not the reality now. You know, Capricorns are really about the reality. And even though on this spiritual path, reality is important. Like, it really, really is. Because if you're too much right brain, you're going to tear yourself up. Because being logical is also, and practical is very important. Both are. And I feel like you have integrated that. So it's just like, you know what? I'm ready to be around people who are on that same page. And by you doing that, your ships are coming in right here. So people are shipping out your life and people are coming in. And you have, maybe some of these decisions was hard, Capricorn, and you were in your head about it. But I feel like you guys always come up with some type of plan, and you guys always know what to do, what's best for you. So it wasn't going to be too long before you said, you know what, I just got to do it. I just got to rip the Band-Aid off. You know, it's nothing personal. It's like it's business. So it's just like, you know what, some people may be in your life. I think about this too. Like, I think about that because I have North Node in Cap and Saturn in Capricorn. And that's how I think. I think of myself as a business. Like, who shows up on time? Who does their work? Who does extra shifts? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you've been a long time worker don't mean you deserve a raise. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at life. Like, the people in my life, if I ran the business, would I hire these people? Would I be able to trust them? And with the Sun here, you're really recognizing how you are looking for people that feel just like you do. And with the Sun, people who can help you be a better person. People who can also help bring light into your life. And also be a stability for you with the Sun here. Where it's just like, it just connects. It's no a lot of friction and trying to convince people and all this other stuff. You done with that. So let's see why the Two of Cups is here. We have the Ace of Pentacles again. And the Knight. Wow. Capricorn, you are manifesting even a relationship too. And this was something you really wanted. Because you've been making sacrifices. In the Page of Rods. So not only that, like Capricorn, this is really such a good reading because this just proves why Capricorns get to slow and steady wins the race. Because you are very calculated in everything that you do. And you know the vision that you have for yourself, and you know it's going to manifest. And especially since your ruling planet is Saturn. You know about hard work, restriction, and boundaries. While I would say in the beginning, for me as a Sagittarius, that was hard for me to get down with because I didn't like to be restricted and whatever and boundaries. But now I see the importance. So I'm able to use my Jupiter optimism. It's like what's that? I was reading an article, the realistic optimist. There you go. Like, that is the perfect thing of how I feel. Combining my optimism with also being realistic because that is so important. So, with the Ace of Pentacles here, you're also manifesting a relationship or more friendships. And this is a wish contentment to you. Because you are not even finally putting yourself, you've been putting yourself in a position and it's finally paying off for this new beginning that you have been waiting for. And I love that. Because a lot of people want things, but they're not willing to put in the work. How many times do we always hear people say, oh, I want a great relationship. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. But then when you ask them what are they willing to sacrifice or give for that to happen, it's like, oh, well, I just kind of want to keep doing what I've been doing. Then if you're going to keep doing what you've been doing, then don't get mad that you don't get the results that you've been wanting to see. And that's what Capricorns get. You're going to have to sacrifice something to either your way of thinking, how you feel about yourself. Like a lot of people want abundance, right? Even if they got that abundance, they wouldn't maintain it. So many people want to get money, 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 but they don't fix their mindset on how to maintain that money. So then they go broke. And then the cycle goes over and over and over again. That's why I feel like you're also putting yourself in a position where people can help you be a better person. Let's say, Capricorn, you're always the person that people look up to or try to help. You're like, you know what? I need to put myself in the predicament where somebody's actually doing better than me that I look up to. So that way I'm also learning things. Because I feel that too, because that's how I felt in my life. I felt like I helped everybody elevate, but then I realized I was stuck in my life until I realized I didn't really look at nobody's life that could help me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving and giving advice and jewels and gems, and they take that and they manifest Ace of Pentacles themselves, and then I'm still stuck and stagnant. Maybe you relate to that, Capricorn. So I feel like that's why you also want to expand yourself. So let's see why this Ace of Pentacles is here. We have the Hermit. We have the Six of Pentacles. And the High Priestess. So with what I see here, Capricorn, the universe is saying, we've seen your sacrifices, Capricorn. You may even been in isolation more time than often to really think about, what is my purpose? What legacy am I leaving behind? Because Capricorn is all about legacy. And that's really been big on my mind too, as a Capricorn North Node and having a Saturn return. What legacy am I leaving behind? So that's why I have also been in hermit mode. Like, since 2017, since Saturn been in Capricorn, I've really mostly been by myself. I really don't associate myself with a lot of people. Mostly, I watch YouTube videos and I educate myself every day. Every day my partner comes home from work, I always have something new I learned. I always have a discovery I found. And that's, to me, even though does it get lonely sometimes with the hermit? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, I know I got to make a sacrifice. It's either me be out in the world living everybody else's life and be miserable, or me living my truth and feel lonely from time to time. That's why I love social media. There's like different spiritual groups. Shoot, me making a YouTube channel. Like I'm more myself on YouTube than in person. Like, I'm so serious. Cause I don't even try to explain a lot of this stuff to people. Cause I can hear what they talk about and I'm already like, you ain't even on the wavelength. I'm not even gonna try to convince you. I'm not. Because I could just tell. And a lot of times us on this journey we try to explain ourselves. But if we just save ourselves the trouble when we hear the things that they talk about, the things that they're interested in, then we know that it's best not to say nothing. You know, I used to try to spread this with people that I knew personally, but I'm like, hey, I already know what it is. I'm not going to waste my time. And I feel like maybe you guys can relate to that. It's just like, I'd rather be in hermit mode and focus on myself. And then I know the universe will bring me what I need, than rather me be around people that I know are truly not for me. And then I be miserable. Like, no. And with the Six of Pentacles, it's time for all your sacrifices to be balanced. Because all of what you have given to people, Capricorn. So now, since you have also been bringing balance to yourself and focusing on your goals, your dreams, and the people that's meant for you will be for you. And with the High Priestess here, you're trusting your intuition. Like, Capricorn, you're on fire this week. Like, if you've been feeling stressed, like, oh my gosh, like, when is things this and this, I'm here to tell you, Capricorn, don't give up. Y'all don't anyway, but sometimes you guys would like to hear a word of encouragement, because you guys really be out here working and really trying to get things done. And people want success, but they don't want to put in the work like a Capricorn can. And I even had to learn that. Like, to appreciate that Capricorn energy and stop looking at it like, oh my gosh, I won't have this, I won't have that. I've learned to appreciate Saturn's energy and appreciate that I have boundaries, restrictions, and limits to things where I stand in my authority. Instead of looking at my life, because a lot of times I was very, very criticized through everything throughout most of my whole life. It wasn't good enough until I read my natal chart and it made so much sense because it built me. That's why I can manifest whatever I want. If I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. Like this YouTube channel, I seen that for myself. I was going to use my Cancer South Node in the 12th house and my Chiron and Cancer in the 12th house to use my pain and trauma in terms of healing to help other people and make that a business. It's a win-win using the highest expressions of my South Node, my building, my authority, and my legacy. I think about that. I say to myself, or I say to my partner too, like, I'm not trying to leave this planet not knowing I didn't change a thing, not knowing that I didn't touch a lot of people. I said to myself, if I went through a lot of pain as much as I did, best believe I'm going to monetize that. And I'll also learn that from Nubian News too. I watch her channel. If you guys don't know about her, she's great. It's like Nubian News, and news is with a Z. I love her channel. But I really learned that from her. And watching her grow and watch her take her pain and her suffering and turn it into such an amazing, like, she got all these businesses and everything. Like, that's why I follow people who do so much more than me, because that inspires me to be better, because nobody around me is on that same wavelength like that. So sorry guys, I was feeling very passionate about this reading, but at the end of the day, Capricorn, you're right where you need to be. And also, not only that, you have the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You definitely deserve all this abundance and happiness in relationships and friendships because you stayed true to you. So, Capricorn, I hope you guys appreciate this reading, and I catch you guys next week.